Hi everybody, it's Jill, your independent consultant with Usborne Books and More, and I'm here to talk to you about our nonfiction books. So our nonfiction books are some of my absolute favorites. They're really what got me sucked into Usborne. I think they're really beautiful. We've got tons of topics, and they have all kinds of interesting information that lets you learn alongside your kids, which I think is super important and fun. So we're going to go ahead and start with Lift the Flap, very first questions and answers. We've got 2 books in the series, What is Poop and What are Germs? These are for ages 2 and up. As you can see, the topics are geared for that age as well. They're nice and small for little hands. Pictures are simple, sentences are short, the flaps are nice and big so that they can do them themselves. And the information stays pretty simple, but still very interesting. Whale poop is pink. Who knew? But they're really fun. This is a great one for potty training if that's happening anytime soon. So the next step up from that is Lift the Flap, first questions and answers. So those were very first questions and answers. This is first questions and answers. So this is for 3 and up, for slightly older. The book's a little bit bigger. Flaps get a little bit smaller. There's a few more words. This one is How Do I See? So this is all about the senses. This is a great one for kids who just have a lot of questions, which I know is pretty common. So I've got How Do I See? I also have Why Do We Need Bees, which is part of the same series. There's a lot in this series. These are just the 2 I have right now. This is my favorite page, Who's Who in a Hive. Goes through all the different roles of the bees. So these are for 3 and up. The next series I want to show you is the Peek Inside series. So this is for 3 and up as well. We have a lot of different topics. This is animal homes, but we've got zoos, jungle, space, garden, all different kinds. There's also fairy tales, which are not nonfiction, but they're really pretty. So these have bigger flaps. Information stays pretty simple. There's a lot of cutouts, which are beautiful. So the step up from Peek Inside is Look Inside. So this is for the preschool crowd. This one's, the book's a little bit bigger, it's a little bit thicker. The pictures are a little bit more complicated. Flaps get a little bit smaller. My son is 3 years old, and we can spend an entire night just going over one of these pages, if that gives you an idea of, the amount of information that's in here. They're really cool, filled with tons of things that I definitely did not know. This is Look Inside Food. I've also got Look Inside Your Body here, which is one of our best sellers. But there's a lot of other Look Insides as well. And then the step up from Look Inside is then See Inside. So these are a lot bigger, a lot thicker. This is for elementary school. The pictures get really complicated. This is Look Inside Great Cities. So you get to see the buildings and the bridges. You can see there's tons of information. Really beautiful. I've got See Inside Great Cities, and I've got See Inside Where Food Comes From. So one thing to keep in mind with these is the information also gets more advanced. So this is where food comes from. So it does tell you where meat comes from. It tells you about factory farming. It tells you about free range. So something to think about when you're choosing these books. And lastly, I'm just going to talk about the big books. So these are for 3 and up. I think toddlers love them. They like to look at the pictures, and then elementary school students love them because of the information. So the cool thing about the big books are they have these giant fold-outs. So this is Big Machines. So you get to see all the giant machines. So when Bodhi lays down next to this, it's pretty much bigger than he is, which is really cool. This is Big Machines, and all of these have a couple of fold-outs like that. This one's also, I think it's got 3. It's got an airplane too. So this has got dump trucks, tons of information you can see. This one's great for truck lovers. I know you're out there. And then this is the Big Book of Big Dinosaurs. This one is really cool too. I'll show you one of them. So that's how the big giant dinosaurs, look. So we've got tons of topics with these too. We've got sea creatures, we've got bugs, we've got big animals, we've got trucks, trains, you name it. That's all I've got to show you for today, but we have a lot more nonfiction books, so if there's any topics you didn't see or if you have any questions for me, please let me know. All right, thanks. Bye.